Yo, what's up? Today we're going to be checking out Mages and Vikings 2.31.1. Now this just released over the weekend. There has been quite a few updates since I last reviewed Mages and Vikings. They have added quite a few fixes, quite a few things that have changed since we last reviewed this. So I just want to do an updated showcase of Mages and Vikings and go through some of the latest changes that I've released since I did my last review. Now I haven't done a showcase for Mages and Vikings in a few months. So we're going to check it out. We're going to jump around to different areas, do a little performance test, and see what changed. So I've already got this pre-installed, and if you guys need an installation guide, I actually have a Wabbajack guide that I did. I'll link that video in the description below. It essentially covers how to install a Skyrim mod list or other games through Wabbajack. So check that out if you need a little guidance on how to get this installed. Now I've got the mod organizer up and running right here, and a few things to keep in mind. I'm going to be disabling the frame generation. So let's see here. I think I already have it disabled, but I'm just showing you guys where it's at. If I type in frame gen and look at the visuals here, there's EMB frame gen. I'm just going to turn that off because I want to see what kind of raw performance I'm going to be able to get at 4K with my system. And for those of you that are unfamiliar, my system is a 5090 with a 9800X3D. I know it's like top of the line specs. But you can run this. The recommended specs for 1440p is with a 4070. And you could probably run this with like 1080p with like maybe a 3000 chip. Try to get that 60 FPS. And if you're trying to get a little boost in performance, the EMB frame generation is a good option. However, like I said today, I will be turning that off. All right, so here we are in game. And one of the things that changed that I noticed right off the bat is they added Skyrim Unbound, which if you guys have played Novice before, you'll be familiar with. Now this one's a little different. They add a bunch of different options at the beginning to pick a different like character type. So let's see here. Wow, there's a ton of these. This is absolutely crazy. Like that is quite a bit of options. Look at that. All right. We are just going to go with the blunt heavy weapons. That's what I like. So one thing to keep in mind, and I did a pre-test before this just to see how it would run. I haven't really checked everything out yet, like certain areas and everything, but I just wanted to make sure that it was running properly, and I couldn't figure out how to get out of this place. So just so you guys are aware, in order to get out of this place, first of all, make sure in the top right corner that your MCMs have loaded into the game and you're all good to go there. And then you're going to want to hit escape and go into mod configuration. And here at the very top, you've got your Skyrim Unbound. And this is where it's going to give you all your different options for starting the game. So you can change your starting location, and I'm going to change this to Riverwood. Tab to exit. I mean, there's a bunch of things you can do. You can spawn just about anywhere. Homeless shelter, you know, see? A lot of people are aspiring for that these days, right? Equipment, so you see random. Or let's just do a standard like sword. I mean, you can do, that's pretty basic, but yeah, sword, axe, dagger. So let's do that. I like the one-handed weapon. And then I'll just keep the armors and everything as random here. Spells, okay, you can pick your spells. I'll just probably keep this as random as well. And then same thing, inventory, you can get a bunch of stuff. So essentially it'll give you a few things like potions and drinks, and you could even have it add some gold. Oh, you can set gold here. Okay, that's nice. Just for the sake of this, I'm just gonna give myself a bunch of gold because this is just a visual showcase. We're gonna be jumping around to different areas of the map. Let's look at other really quick. I haven't actually looked at this. Autosave's on. Might want to turn that off. I've had problems with autosaving crashing the game, but it's probably okay. And okay, so we're all good. So now you just got to go to this main tab here, and you can go begin your adventure, and it'll just spawn you exactly to the location you want to go. with all the stuff that you told it to. In my case, it gave me a bunch of random stuff and then the sword that I specified. All right. I'm just camping. Is this me? Whoa. Yeah, that was me. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's put on some stuff. Iron sword. Okay, maybe I should have got some better armor because I started out with monk robes. That's unfortunate. It was a bad roll. It was a bad roll. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. You know, this is just a visual showcase, so we're probably not going to run into too many enemies. Now, there's a few things that I noticed that we have to change, so I'll show you guys for example. If I do a wait, let's see if it'll do it. Well, it started kind of flashing in the bottom there, but if I wait for too long, let's try to do like tonight, it's actually going to punish me and delete some of my health and stamina. I might have to do it for a full day in order for those values to go down from 100 in the bottom left corner. So let's just keep it how it is. We don't want to lose our health and our stamina right off the bat. So there is a mod in place that essentially punishes you. It's a survival mod, and the way I found to turn it off is to just plain and simple disable survival mode. I do believe that it is something to do with one of the mods in here. It might be something that's inside of this survival control panel. But for the sake of this video, we're going to be jumping around and using the wait timer, so we don't really want any of those survival perks, or I guess really not perks in this case, to be enabled. So, one more thing to keep in mind before we get going here is you can kind of see it, like if I look behind this tree, you can see that it's got this kind of like depth of field, and it is very aggressive. Like I've seen some mods where it's like not too aggressive, but this one seems to be very aggressive. So in order to turn that off, we can do Shift Enter. And then it's right, this option right here. Okay, you can see that immediately change as soon as I click it on and off. And honestly, I don't know. I don't like the depth of field. I think it looks way better with it off. And more realistic. It's kind of, for me, it's kind of immersion breaking, but you know, to each their own. And then another thing I did, I disabled the frame limit. I also disabled the frame limit in SSE display tweaks. And just save and apply. And now we should be good to go. All right, there we go. And then last thing here, I'm going to turn on my overlay so that we can kind of see what kind of performance we're getting at 4K. And as most of you guys know, I have a 5090 with a 9800 X3D and 32 gigs of RAM. So it's not a slouch system at all, but I just want you guys to know, because I kind of discouraged some people from my last Nolvis video from showing these top of the line specs. You can run these mod lists with lesser systems, and they will let you know what the minimum system requirements are, typically on the README page of their GitHub, or sometimes they have their own personal website that you can go and find those spec requirements. So guys, just keep that in mind. The only reason I have this crazy system is for YouTube, so I can do all of these crazy mod list showcases and show you guys what this all looks like in 4K. So one thing to do here, I'm going to just brighten up the day. And this will also give us a chance to check out the wait timer. Well, it's raining and sunny. It's weird. All right, I'm going to speed this up so you guys don't have to wait the wait timer every time, but we're going to try to get it sunny here. All right, so there we go. We got it sunny out. And yes, I know there is a faster way to do that with console commands. However, I try not to do that with the console commands because it can kind of sometimes mess with the environment and cause like some weird fog issues and whatnot. So I like to just use the wait timer to try to get to that point where it's like sunny outside. This is pretty cool. I think this has changed quite a bit from the last time I looked at Mages and Vikings. I really like that water though. That is a great Great, water. You guys know I'm a big water critic. I know. What's up, kitty? They added cats? No, I'm just kidding. I think that cat was there. Okay, it's pretty cool buildings, too. And let's see. Let's see if there's the same... Okay, there we go. I was trying to scroll out to get this to work. I thought there was like a backflip move. I might have got rid of that. There used to be like a double jump type thing going on. I know there's like a roll. Let's see here. I brought this up by pressing F11, but let's see. Jump. I don't know if there's any way to do that backflip like you used to be able to do. That was pretty cool. They shouldn't have deleted that. No, it doesn't look like it. Maybe the purists were complaining. Okay, there we go. Tab to escape. But anyway, you've got your standard like slide and run and like rolling animations, so let's go back to first person here. But yeah, this is a pretty cool looking Riverwood. I really like this. A lot of these mod lists tend to look very similar. That's just because you got your mainstays with your different mods. One thing I do really like about this one though is these like little down area, this path right along the river. And then this mod here, how do we get in here? The lighthouse. Definitely didn't go in the right way. So last time I actually didn't think you could go in here. I didn't press E fast enough, but you can go into this building.
Stock of oh.
Oh. What? Oh man, they changed the potions on me?
Watch what you're doing.
They used to have these really cool swirling potions. These are okay. I like the glowing ones. So there you go. There's a little lighthouse. Oh, this is pretty cool. Yeah, this whole edition with the lighthouse and this little wraparound looks really cool. Especially like looking this way. That's just a cool shot right there. And one thing I noticed, I feel like I don't have any audio here. Nope. I have my audio turned off. Now, I did disable some of the soundtracks because sometimes I have issues with YouTube, but it does sound like it's some of the different music. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, this water is really awesome. Very, very cool. Alright, and to keep this shorter, I typically go over the mountain and I go into Whiterun, but let's just, for the sake of keeping this short and sweet, I'm just gonna jump around. So, go to map here, and we're just gonna go right into Whiterun. Alright. You know, I don't remember. This is like Northern Roads. I don't remember if they used this before. But actually, it looks really cool. It looks really good for Whiterun. Let's see. I'm going to turn off the dialogue. Okay. Wow, this is really cool, Whiterun. I like this. It's unique with this road. Typically there's like 3 different roads that every mod list uses, and it's never this one. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's do our benchmark test here. The bottom of Breeze Home.
Be glad you're here in the city.
Get out of here.
Those poor sods don't even have a wall.
Okay, like 97, 95, 97 FPS. It's not too bad. And then Same thing over here. We're just going to look this way, kind of in this direction. 112. That's admirable. That is pretty solid. And yeah, so far it's running really smoothly. I haven't really noticed any stuttering or anything like that. Very cool. Yeah, this is solid.
Your family's honor is important to you. But you can't afford it.
This is pretty cool. Yeah, this is a good Whiterun. Of course, they always put a lot more work into Whiterun because, you know, it's like the main city. Let's check out an interior. We'll do our standard Arcadias as long as she's like here. There we go. Sometimes she's a slacker. Yeah, no, the potions aren't doing it for me. I like the old ones. The glowing with the swirling effect, those were cool. I think they actually just added those to Nulvis. Check out that gameplay. They just released the version 6 stable of Nulvis, which is pretty solid so far.
If there's anything I can help you with, you have but to ask.
It's a very odd Arcadia. I don't like it. I don't like this NPC. Nope. I've never seen that Arcadia before. I don't like that one. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, and in performance inside, similar to what you'd normally get. You know, you always get a little higher when you're inside because there's nothing really going on. Less to load. So we're at about 130, 140, okay? All right, now let's jump over to, let's go to Riften.
You know.
Jump over to Riften. Maybe. It'll let me. There we go. Okay, here we go. Although, wow, what's going on with the performance?
With a Thieves Guild.
Oh, and there it go. Well,
the Thieves
no.
Guild has Maven Blackbriar at its back.
I'm not sure what's going on there.
I don't know you.
You
and Riften looking for trouble?
My performance took like a
you could
huge
not
hit.
To hear me all you want, but you better stay out
Huh.
of Blackbriar's business.
Interesting. Let's try to wait a little bit because I'm not really sure what happened there. I was already been like, oh yeah, the performance has been really good so far, and then all of a sudden drops down to like 40.
I'm really getting tired of your
now it's like
excuses.
65
When you
around
borrowed
here.
the money, you said you'd pay it back on time and for double the usual fee.
I know I did. But how was I to know the shipment would get
I like this Sapphire.
Next time,
It's a
keep your plans
solid
quiet,
NPC
and
for
nothing
her.
would have happened to you.
Exotic ingredients.
Genuine
I'll have
Falmer
'em all.
blood elixir for sale. Live for thousands of years.
Okay, there we go. I don't know what that was, but at nighttime the performance was just tanking. Let's try that again. Let's go to like 10 o'clock. It's probably like the darkest point of the day. Oh, now we're back to 85. Very weird. But anyway, this is a chance to check out the night. Do a quick night test. Oh, now we're back down to 50 again.
Soon we'll rid Skyrim of elves. They're bloody just the cause, and the yards
Maybe there's some optimizations that need to happen. Yeah, because it's jumping all over the place. Kind of interesting. But anyway, this is your Riften. Let's go back to middle of the day. Or it looks like it's going to be a foggy rain.
I don't have anything to eat.
This is cool.
I could, but I can barely make ends meet.
Fancy yourself adventuring.
Yeah, this is solid. I like it.
Purchase a bottle of my genuine Falmer blood elixir. 50 septums each.
Do a quick, oops. Looking for the bee and the barb. See how it's performing inside.
If you've got the coin, you've come to the right place. Pull up a seat.
It's still
People
on
of
the
Riften,
lower side.
Heed my words. The return of the dragons is not mere coincidence. This is one of the signs The signs that
This
Lady
is a,
Mara is displeased
lot
with your
younger
constant
for
inebriation.
this NPC.
Put down your flag and fill with
Dang. What up, Sapphire? Oh yeah, see guys, I'm telling you, I like this NPC for her.
come to some sort of an understanding.
Oh, not trying to slash her. I was trying to talk to her, but it's not
Yeah.
letting me do the
What's your
talk
problem?
thing. There we go. Except her lips didn't move at all when she said that.
Excuse to harass our customers.
Yeah. What's your problem?
I'll remove myself from this den of iniquity.
Okay.
You out. Just keep the sermons at the temple and let us all sin in peace.
Check out the fires. We've not checked that out yet. Pretty standard fire. Looks really good though too. Cool assets. All right, let's go check out another area. And this time, let's see. I know we'll go to, well, yeah, let's go to Solitude. We'll start out in that same area where the stables is. Oh, whoa, whoa. Why did it start me in here? What? What? Why am I with all the cats? Whoa, whoa. Settle down, guys. Settle down. Don't freak out. That's some heavy-duty rain. All right, rain test. This is like really heavy-duty. Man. And one thing to keep in mind too, I think this is kind of interesting because I feel like the VRAM usage is way higher than it should be. Like I used to run these with a 4080 Super and that only had 16 gigs of RAM and I would get, well, maybe not 100, but similar performance. And now it's pushing almost 21 gigs with the VRAM usage with the 5090, which is kind of crazy, honestly.
They can't hurt Uncle Rogvir. Tell them he didn't do it.
All right, this rain is a little too much. Let's see if we can get it all cleared up. Or at least turn it to like day where it's maybe not raining as much. Okay, here we go. Perfect.
You betrayed us.
Cool Solitude. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. Oh, actually, let's see if that same NPC is still there.
Ulfric Stormcloak escaped the city after he murdered High King Torrig. By opening that gate,
No, they changed the NPC for her. You saw my first review of Mages and Vikings. Her NPC was, let's say it was scandalous. Yes, that's the word. Scandalous. Oh, this is a little different. Oh, that's cool. Kind of a different little walkway. And I did notice I lost some of the music. Like I said, I had to disable some of those mods because I don't know what is gonna get hit by the YouTube algorithm when it scans for some of that music. Sometimes it's like, you know, like copyrighted. So I gotta be a little careful with that. But yeah, it's kind of weird. The music just stopped. 100% stopped. All right, Blue Palace. We'll go inside real quick, but we're not going to spend too much time in here. And then we'll go to, let's go to Markarth after this. Blue wallpaper, all right. Different NPC for your queen.
Please don't interrupt the court.
I'm sorry, Jarl.
Unnatural
Not a
magics are
queen.
coming from that cave. Strange noises and lights. We need someone to investigate.
Oh, and there, that's okay. Now the music kicked in. It's just a little delayed, I guess. All right, let's go ahead, like I said, and jump over, literally, to Markarth. I like this place because it's just a, you know, it's a unique city. I'm sure most everyone watching this has played their fair share of Skyrim, so everyone kind of really already knows all the different areas. Oh, this is a little different with the moss on the stone. Where's the encounter?
Look your best with Kira's trinkets and adornments, all at low prices to suit any purse.
Where is it? I'm ready. Nothing? Okay, alright. This is the first time I've ever... Well, maybe the second time now that I've ever, like, walked in here and there hasn't just been complete chaos.
Watch what you're doing.
Okay. Alright, alright. We'll put the sword away. It's cool, though. Let's see. What time is it? 7:05. Make it 12 with clouds. Okay. No, 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 no. Alright, here we go. What's up, bro?
Outsiders.
Interesting looking NPC. Similar to what, you know, to other mod lists, but the moss is definitely adding to it, making it look pretty cool. Alright, let's go down here. Check out the water. Waterfall. Is this where the bank is? No, that's the hag. What? What? What's up, lady?
Why can't the men in this city leave me alone?
You don't know why? You don't know why they don't leave you alone? Oh, that's funny. All right. Actually, this is cool with the fog and everything. This waterfall, and the water is pretty solid too. I think they did a really good job with the water in this specific mod list. I've been in here before. Check out this place, and then we'll go to like Dawnstar. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, I've been here before. Yeah, we'll go to Dawnstar after this, after we check out this little area. Performance has been pretty solid so far, actually. I wasn't really looking at it in Solitude because I kind of forgot, but I think we were over 100 in that range. And we'll do a real quick test out here. Yeah, same thing, about 100. I do so many of these mod list reviews that my eyes just kind of get used to certain frame rate. They say you can't see above 60 FPS. That is a load of bull. I can 100% see above 60 FPS. And yeah, this is definitely 120-ish. Solid performance through here. Really cool. Yeah, actually, you know, one thing I noticed in Mages and Vikings, the last time I reviewed this, there was a bunch of like blimps in the air. Now, I haven't really been looking at the sky very often, but I don't think that was around Whiterun area. Actually, let's just do a really quick, because I know exactly where one would be if I were to. Let's see. Here we go. This is a good spot right here. There should be some blimps in the sky, because that was one of the cooler things that made this mod list so unique, is there was kind of like floating earth and also like some blimps. Okay. Oh yeah, so there's still the floating like earth. Kind of weird clouds. It almost looks like they're like colored. Oh, that one has like a waterfall coming off of it. Okay, we'll get it a little brighter up in here. So there we go. Some floating, at least islands. I haven't seen any of the blimps. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of them. So this is one thing that is very unique with this mod list. And I kind of forgot to look because I'm not always looking up at the sky, but there's a bunch of these floating islands. Now, again, I don't know. It looks like they might have deleted the hot air balloons. Not blimps, sorry. Hot air balloons. Still pretty cool, though. It's a cool look. Definitely very... Oh, there's one. There's a hot air balloon. So yeah, they got this hot air balloons and then the different islands floating up there. It's pretty cool. I haven't seen a whole lot of them, though. Only that one hot air balloon so far. And also, here's your Whiterun area outside. We hadn't really checked this out because I just jumped right into the city. And that is actually probably why I didn't notice it, because I didn't run over here like I normally do. So pretty cool. And alright, let's go and check out Dawnstar, and then we'll conclude this showcase. I don't want to just see what a snowy area would be like. Oh, this is different than I've seen. Pretty cool. I like this. That looks really cool. Wow. With the trees and everything, this might be one of the best Dawnstars I've ever seen, actually. And you can tell there's a lot of assets, because if you look at my frame rate, I'm like, I was at one point at like 70. Now I'm up to 90, but there's just a lot of trees and hot air balloons, you know.
Divine sake, Scald. Who do you think we're threatening with our old war wounds? We're not soldiers anymore.
All right. Pretty cool. Yeah, this is really cool.
What should I make of that?
The trees are solid, actually, in this. And again, this is just a visual showcase. Sometimes I do a little combat review, but in this case, we're just going to be doing the visuals today. But yeah, look at that view. The hot air balloon. What time is it? Yep, evening. Sunset. Soonish. So anyway, that'll do it for this video. I'm going to be doing some more mod list reviews and showcase in the future. I'm also going to be doing some more PC performance optimization guides. I'm going to be at some point doing a full-fledged Optiscaler guide. And I might try to see if I can implement it into Skyrim. Might be kind of tricky to do so. But I'm going to do a little research on that. See if I can get like a free Optiscaler upscaler implemented into Skyrim mod lists. And like I said, I'm going to be doing some other types of videos, such as getting your PC performing at its optimal settings. If any of that kind of content interests you, consider subscribing to the channel. And as always, have a wonderful day.